Hey, good afternoon, good morning, good evening for all the BQBians who are here and who will be listening later on. Well, this week has been truly amazing that we saw many things happening, whether it was about the price action that we saw on the tokens, or whether it was the development process that we were very, very busy with. It took a lot of time for us. We had to test different scenarios. And not just about the testing part, but the development part itself was quite challenging at times because we were trying to make many technologically advanced stuff, uh, which is not so easy because it involves blockchain at one end and it involves full stack work on another end. And to bridge these two things, it was a bit of a work because it's ultimately it's all about like research and development, how you make the things and while you have developed something, imagine you get some bugs like any other IT stuff, then you have to solve that particular bug and new things always comes up when you try to test it. So this was the same with us also. So we had to encounter a lot of bugs and we had to go back and we have to do it. And then we were thinking about the users because imagine like when things were very straightforward and clear, everybody had one or the other type of doubts. Most of them can manage it actually, but few of them cannot. And some of them really cannot. So that's why we had to design the user interface in a different way. As now the staking contract will come into effect from September 15th. So the user interface, what you are seeing currently on the BCUBE website is going to change come September 15th. So for the staking, unstaking, everything will be properly explained. And we also have like so many things. For example, price protection is there in case if you have bought the tokens at 60 cents, and if the price is below 60 cents currently at the market, you can buy at the same price what you paid during the token sale at exactly at 60 cents. And plus if you have, like if you are in the tier 3 or tier 4 or tier 1, you will also have additional discount for buying a new bot apart from what is already available to you. So what I mean to say is like, imagine you are a tier 1, like the most basic one. So you'll be using one bot and you want to buy the second bot using your, like tokens, which you bought it at 60 cents or something else during the token sale. So you can pay at 60 cents. And once you get exhausted of it, then you can also pay using the tokens where you will get discount because you are in tier 1, or if you are in tier 4, it will be more discount. So all this logic we had to test, and that was the most challenging part. And to code this one entirely was very challenging because we were doing everything. But here and there, always, there was something or the other. But now everything has been tested and it's working perfectly well. That we are not encountering any bugs as of now. So we can say like it's bug free as of now, at least. That's why we are good to launch it, but still we will take 10 days more, 11 days more, because we would like to try different things with our own accounts with different bots to see like if all the bots are working fine and everything is fine for the release. So this is one major thing. We were working for day and night on this one. Like we had to coordinate a lot of people were involved in this one. Someone had to give their expertise from the blockchain side. Someone had to give expertise from the full stack side. And we had to give our business vision to make all these things possible. They were asking us like whether we really need this feature, we can keep it now, or can we bring it in the future? We were like, no, we want everything right now. We cannot wait for tomorrow. It has to happen now. So that's really a good thing that we have everything ready and there is nothing more to worry about. And once we have this infrastructure, even if we have like 1,000 bots, which will be coming in the future, it's all fine. Like we don't have to do anything because the basic infrastructure for the staking is there and it's working fine. So we don't need to work very hard on anything else like going forward. So this is why a major update. And marketing as usual, like we have already spoken to two agencies. Someone will be completely taking care of Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and all these kind of social media stuff, especially targeting crypto traders. That's what we have specifically said. And this particular agency has experience of working with similar company like us. They have previously worked with eToro and their campaign was very successful. It was highly successful. And they worked with few more companies which works very similar to BCUBE. So that's why we believe that they will be able to add a lot of value, because it's not just a marketing agency, but it's a kind of marketing agency which has delivered already to similar company like us. And we were really struggling to find such a kind of agency so far, because everybody are like, okay, we are a blockchain, like marketing company. Everybody can say that. But finally, we could not really get a proper reference from them. They were sending us some kind of research reports, like, look, these were our past clients and everything. But they were, I think, very much into blockchain, but not really into crypto or trading or something like that, like what we are doing. So that doesn't work in our case. So finally, we could find these kind of agencies with whom we are working with. And we can also like reach out to some very top level YouTube influencers. Currently, we will work with Altcoin Buzz, which is very popular. And we will also be going with other type of companies, something like top 10 best crypto influencers for cryptos. So we are all in discussion with them. And what we want is making series of videos. I mean, like giving some updates later on, like telling them like where we stand and how we are growing, what are the new products, why they should buy that one, and how it's different from others. Even if they are saying both pros and cons, it's all fine, but it should be for a little bit long time. And what we don't want is just this kind of like one shot videos or like one night stands. You can't do anything with that one. You can't build anything on that basis. You really need a long-term relationship with all these stakeholders, like who are helping us with marketing, so that we will repeatedly reach out to their people and they keep hearing about it. How many ads any of this eToro or this kind of platforms are making on YouTube? Numerous times. You keep seeing that. And once you keep seeing the same kind of advertisements again and again and again, like you will feel like, yeah, you need to buy the product, right? That's how it works. So that's why we need to like make it again and again and again. And that's why we are in discussion with all these people for quite some time, because we want to make them understand like why we really need and what we want to achieve with this campaign also. Because that is a very important question. What you want to achieve during a marketing campaign. Is it to like grow your community, or is it to get clients, or is it to get like some kind of fans, or what? This is what normally they will ask also. Moon Boys wants to see a lot of people in the community, but like it's really of no use at all, because all these agencies are offering 2,000 3,000 people. Just you pay this much and we will just put some people there, but that's of no use at all. We want somebody who love trading and they would like to use products is the first and foremost thing what they need to buy or they need to use. Because once they are interested in products, they will be interested even with tokens and everything. Tokens itself should not be in my opinion, tokens itself should not be the main focus. Because if your product is really good, they will be buying the tokens. And if you create a very good infrastructure where your product is extremely good and the only way to access that wonderful product is your token, then they will buy the token. So the focus should not always be on the token itself. You create something behind the token, people will come for the token. Create value for something, they will buy the token. If you don't try to concentrate on the value and behave like a moon boy, just thinking about like token, like bring more people, more community, it is not going to work. And that's not the way to go about. Also, if you're a genuine businessman, if you're a genuine project, you always think about how to grow your business, and you always think about how to grow your entire ecosystem, not about like how to grow the token price. That's absolutely ridiculous. So that's why we are focusing with the agency to focus on our product and how the product is linked to the token. And that gives a lot of meaning to it. So first you will pitch the product, why you have to use the product, what is the USP of this product, and what you can get from this entire marketplace. And the second thing is like how you can get better access to this platform. Because if you're paying, probably you will end up paying, like 300 euros or 200 euros for a single bot. And if you just take like $1,000 worth of BCUBE tokens, then you get the same thing. And you don't have to, like spend 2 times, 3 times the staked value of your token just for subscription. And the money, what you pay for subscription is lost forever. You don't get it back. It's absolutely sure. But if you're staking, it's an investment. And this is what people really need to understand. Why you are buying, for example, Solana token, why you are buying Cardano token, what can you do with these tokens? You can't do anything with these tokens, right? You just can't do anything with this token. If you are having Ethereum, you can pay for gas, of course, but how many people are really actively, transferring the tokens, buying or selling and using it as the gas fees? No, not many people, because most of us like always trade on centralized exchanges. So we don't really need this gas fees or something like that, but still we all have Ethereum. Why? Because it's an investment, right? It's an investment in the story of blockchain. It's an investment in the story of the next Microsoft of blockchain industry. So that's why we make investments. When we buy a token, it's like we are making investment in that particular project, in that particular company. That's how we see it. In the same way, like when people are buying the BCUBE tokens for staking, they should not forget that this is not just a way for them to get this staking rewards, but it is also a kind of investment that they are making. And this investment is going to grow over a period of time. And we have like multiple reasons for that one, because it has use case and now markets are doing good. So I'm in a very kind of like elite group right now, where a lot of venture capitals are there. Very, very big names are there, like which you all know, which you have heard about, okay, in this space. And very, very, very fortunately, some of the investors who put money into BCUBE, they have actually put me in this elite group on Telegram, where they're discussing about a lot of projects, which is coming to seed round, private round, and everything. And they want certain things from the investors, like they want YouTube influencers, or they need something else, they need community or something. And some of the projects are really good, really good. I mean, I don't say good so easily, but when I'm saying like it's really good, some of the very good DeFi protocols are coming, which is bridging traditional financial world with crypto world in a very different way. So some of the ideas are like really, really, really exceptionally good, really. So I'm also discussing with them. So next, once I settle down with this staking thing, and once I'm sure like, okay, everything is working good, it's fine, and it's going on autonomously on its own, so I don't need to focus so much on this one, and I can now hand this one over to the developers, like in case if there is something else, then I can focus on this decentralized venture capital, what we were all thinking about. So then we can go and ask for an allocation in a particular project, get the allocation, share it with the token holders, the same thing. And then like we can make like multiple access, because markets are good right now. It's very good. It's amazing. We are in a bull market right now. And in the bull market, the maximum can be made out of this kind of IDOs, especially when you can get it as seed round and private round. It will be a short 5 to 10x kind of gains, which we should totally, like exploit it. Imagine like if we collectively put 200K, it will be 2 million. So it's a very big money. And this will also be allowed only for those who will be staking. So there is a lot of utility that we have created already for BCUBE tokens. There are many reasons to hold it. So all these things has to be made a very good story. And this is the storytelling that we'll be doing with, marketing agencies. Even they have asked us for every single detail that will be helpful for them in making content, in shilling, like in different places, and creating a very good, storyline behind that one. So the tokens, what I'm seeing now is 29 cents. Quite recently, it's extremely like really it's the most undervalued token that I'm seeing currently, because it has like so much of value in it. And moreover, like all the payments that we are receiving in BCUBE will be burned 100% until next 1 year, completely until next 1 year. So that's a lot of boom, because it's absolutely deflationary in nature. It's only going to go down, but never going to go up. Absolutely. So that's why there is a lot of utility in this. There are so many things going on. That is why there is nothing to worry about it. So 29 cents for me, it's really, really, really a steal. It's a very, very cheap price. Once we start this marketing and more people start to buy the tokens, take it, it's going to explode. It's going to explode. This is how it's going on. So on the development side, we are working on, the new models now. We have also hired today a PhD candidate in artificial intelligence, and he's basically a mathematician having very strong AI background. He will be joining us very, very soon. So he and us, like we were discussing about what products we can create for spot market, for example, not just futures market, but something for spot market also. Then I came to know some of our clients, especially from Middle East, they in their religious belief, they cannot really trade in futures market. They needed some products in spot, and many others also, even those who don't have any religious reasons. Somewhat maybe they would also like to try something in spot market, not just in futures market. So we were thinking about meta strategies, where you will have two different exchanges and you will have money on two different exchanges. And we will try to see if we can make an arbitrage in these two different exchanges. It can be in a different pair. It can be on the same pair. It can be so many things. But at the end of the day, the goal is to create the alpha. So that was one of the strategies we were thinking about. There was another strategy, which is long only bot, but with a little bit of difference. It's we buy Bitcoin at $50,000 by paying 50,000 USDT. Just keep it, for example, and it goes to 52, and you sell at 52. So you made $2,000 profit now. And when it falls back to $50,000 again, you buy back. So you are buying back with $52,000 now, and not with $50,000. So you have more Bitcoin now than before. So you can't short really, I mean, in cash market, spot market, but you can always, sell it, and you can buy it back when it is cheap. So this is something, a product like what we are thinking about. And I already spoke about the bundled, bot, where you will have 4 different bots. I mean, 4 different strategies, which is focusing on 4 different coins, but it is one single bot. It's one single bot. It can be, one can be momentum based strategy, one can be trend following, one can be mean reverting. It can be so many different strategies within that one. And if you have studied the correlations between Bitcoin and XRP, they are very high. Correlation between BTC and LTC is very high. And there will be some kind of pairs which goes up even when Bitcoin is coming down. Quite recently, we have seen Solana. Of course, there was some news in this one, which we also have to observe, because sometimes there is news and it will go up. Axie Infinity went up like anything when whole market was crashing down. So that can be very momentary, boom. Maybe it will not be like that always. But this is the work of a data scientist, to observe this kind of movements, and to see what will be the correlation, inverse correlation. So we'll be creating kind of a bundled bots, in which we can buy one single bundled bot, and there it will be trading on its own. But what is so beautiful thing about this one is the allocation of the funds will be naturally made by the bot itself. It's imagine we have BTC, ETH, LTC, and maybe Bitcoin Cash, BCH. Just for example, I'm saying. Now, initially, it will feel okay, I can use, let me say, 40% of the total available money. Imagine you have $10,000, but only $4,000 will be considered for this trade. And this $4,000 will be divided equally among all the 4 bots, $1,000 each. And maybe the bot is more confident about Ethereum than Bitcoin or Litecoin or Bitcoin Cash. So it will increase the, money which is invested in this pot more, and it will remove the money which it has invested in other bots to the least possible amount. So this is called as like portfolio rebalancing. So all these things will happen automatically. I mean, like portfolio rebalancing, buying and selling, hedging, all these things. So we'll be creating some kind of sophisticated products like this one also, like where you can take advantage of any kind of market movement without having any kind of fears. Anyway, like all the bots that we have on the platform right now is an all-weather bot. It's completely all-weather bot. So it can go long, it can go short, it can do everything. But still, this kind of bundles thing can also have an edge. I mean, like an edge over any other kind of products. So definitely, this is something that we are working on and we are coming out with. And there will be like some of the products based on decentralized exchange also. We are trying to like make something between, Uniswap and SushiSwap and Polygon Matic, like QuickSwap. QuickSwap is something like Uniswap for Polygon. And there are like their own swaps, like Pancake Swap is something like Uniswap for Binance Smart Chain. So we are thinking about like this kind of cross-chain kind of trades and stuff like that. So this is all there in the plan, and we will start to work on it very, very, very soon. Next bots will be, of course, as I said last week, like Cardano and Solana, Luna, all these your favorite coins will be coming very, very soon. So this is where we stand, and things are very, very great, very amazing. As you are all very excited for the new bots and for 15th of September, equally, even we are also excited for that, because even we want to use the bots very, very, very badly, completely on automated mode. Not just that, like we would also like to create our own small fund based on all the bots that is available, and to create some kind of records before going into a big hedge fund or something like that to negotiate with them. So guys, like this is about like updates that I really wanted to share it with you, and it's really amazing. It's truly amazing, and really I'm excited about everything that is coming up, and everything is coming up very, very well, very well. After this one, I will be like speaking about the markets generally. So we are actually seeing, good movement in Bitcoin, as we have all seen, like in the past few weeks, like momentum is there, and it's clearly towards like bull side. And this momentum started like 21st of July, as we all know. So I will try to share my screen and I will show you. Let me know if it's visible for everybody.
Yeah, we can see it.
Perfect, thanks. So as I said, like we started here in 20 July, like the reversal of the trend, what started from here, and then we kept on going. But one thing you have to observe that whenever we make a new high, it was actually a little bit, coming down and like consolidating before making a new move, but it came back very strong, and then it made an high. And at this point of time, exactly like 14th of August, when it made a high of like 48,500 was a very, very big resistance. And then again, it fell back to these levels. So here it made a low of, 43,955. Many were scared actually at this point of time, like what's going to happen, and is it a reversal of trend? Absolutely not. And then we could again see, like prices going up and making a new high again. And this high was very significant because it crossed 50,000 after a long time, after really a long time. But on the closing candle, it didn't close above 50,000. So it was a bit of disappointment, but still the momentum was very, very, very strong. Then we went through a bit of, consolidation, because it's not a fall, definitely not a fall, but it's not a pump also. And this is the type of market like which is like scared by many people, especially this point here, because when it's consolidating in this space, it can mean like probably it's heading towards here, I mean like to 45 or 40 or something like that, or it's probably like going to the new all-time. But the $1 million question is, where is it really going? But as we know that market is in bull run and it's extremely strong, so there can be only one way to go, and that is up. So that's why I have always been saying, when you see markets like suddenly tumbling towards 45K or 46K or something, that's the best time to add your pack. Absolutely, that's the best time to add your pack. And when it's going up or something, try to like little bit sell. You have to like keep 10 parts of your BTC portfolio, because every time we have seen BTC makes a new high and it comes down a little bit. Whenever it's making a new high, definitely you need to follow the strategy of like selling it a little bit, and when it comes back, like buying it back a little bit. Of course, to do all these things, you need to be an active trader, or at least like you have to be very active on this space. Otherwise it will be very difficult to make that one. But right now, it's doing very good. And yesterday we saw even Bitcoin touching 51,000. So the previous high, what we saw here, like 50,500, was cut, and the new record was registered, which was 51,000. And today also market is looking good. It's looking like as if like we will close the daily candle above 50,000, which will be very bullish. Yeah, it's doing very good, and like my target would be something like 75,000. It's really possible, 75,000 in this space. Definitely we will beat this all-time high what we made last time, like 64,500. Then we will be going towards to all-time high of 75,000. But it can happen like by end of the year, definitely. So markets are looking extremely bullish right now. And after we are seeing like a BTC, let's head to ETH also. ETH coin. So ETH has been very bullish. We all know why. It's because of EIP 1559. A lot of Ethereum is getting burned, which was not happening before, because Ethereum was very inflationary. I mean, like they don't have a total cap, and I don't know like how many people have really gone to CoinGecko and seen Ethereum, because normally we don't do that. So you see like here, total supply, if you're seeing here, look at this one. What does this mean? This means infinity, right? Which means like there is no real total supply. Absolutely not. So when there is no total supply, it means like they can have infinite number of Ethereum in the future, infinite amount of Ethereum. So if this is the case, then it will be a very huge problem, because there will be so many Ethereum, and they need to have like huge demand to cope up with that kind of demand. I mean, like to cope up with that kind of supply that will be coming. So right now, because of EIP 1559, it is still inflationary. It has not touched the deflationary mark yet, I think. So once they really hit that deflationary mark, then really there will be more and more demand that will be coming for Ethereum. So if that kind of demand is there, and also if it becomes deflationary, it's going to be exploding. I mean, like it's definitely going to explode, and that is the only reason like why you are seeing this kind of big pumps that is coming now. So if you see here, like 28th July, when it started to like turn around, it has never ever gone down, and it has gone only stronger. But what was very interesting is when it started to make this move initially, especially in this area, you can see that like volumes were pretty small actually. Let me say like it was here. I mean, like the average volume. Now what you are seeing is like slightly, if you see that line, what I have drawn here, like this, if you can clearly see like there are many spikes there of the volume, which is above that line, which means like the volumes picked up a lot. So volumes are really happening on Ethereum. And there is fundamentally a lot of things going on with Ethereum. And of course, like it's also becoming a deflationary asset now. These three things are enough to keep Ethereum, like a very hot, and it keeps going up. So my target for Ethereum very shortly would be something like 400,000 to not 400,000, but 4,100 to 4,500 very, very shortly. It is completely possible. And then I think like by end of the year, it can even make $5,000 per Ethereum. There are like some kind of crazy targets like $10,000, $15,000. Well, I don't give such kind of targets, because there were people who were giving $100 target for XRP once upon a time. They were saying within one year, like within 2 years, definitely $10,000 per XRP repo. Come on, like a $10,000 XRP repo. I don't think like it's going to happen in even next 5 to 10 years, because it's a very big value. It's absolutely a big value. So I definitely think like we can see Ethereum somewhere here, like 4,100 to 4,250. And once we reach there, it will create a lot of FOMO, because the last all-time high was at this point exactly. So we saw like Ethereum going to 4,300, and we have always seen like Ethereum, when it makes a rally, it's a very structured rally. I mean, like overall, it's going up and it's consolidating very well, and it's going up. Then it reaches the highest pinnacle before correcting, and this is what happened like even in 2017 also, and we saw that happening like a few months ago. But it's correcting here, and now the structure is back, and the fundamentals are back. And now what happens? Imagine like by end of this year, it's around $5,000, and Ethereum 2.0. Maybe, I don't know, maybe only Vitalik knows it. If it gets released next year, this will be adding fuel. It's like adding fuel to the fire. Definitely, then there is all chance that it can move towards $10,000 once Ethereum 2.0 is out, and if it's really coming up very soon. So these are some of the triggers to look out for. Because in cryptocurrencies, this is what matters. You always need a trigger. You always need a use case. And we all know like there is a use case for Ethereum. So that's not even something like we need to talk about. But what is a more technologically advanced thing they're doing? And that is very important. And in Ethereum's case, it's very clear. It's very clear. It is about bringing this proof of stake. And if proof of stake is coming out, probably there will be less problems with the scalability, and there will be more number of transactions that will be processed. So it's going to create a lot of value, So that's why Ethereum is something like which is all-time favorite of mine, and which will remain my favorite even now also. So there are like other coins which is making a lot of noise, and I'm sure like you are watching it every day, and like you are very curious. Look, I think in our client's Telegram channel, I have been shilling about Solana ever since it was around like $20-25. Ever since it was $20-25. And I have always said the coins which was held by somebody or someone who is supporting Solana, like Sam Bankman-Fried, the CEO of FTX. It has always done well because he always invests in quality projects. He always supports the quality projects. And then, like they have their own research and quant fund, like probably they're investing, and it always like they get recognized, all the products which they're eyeing. So it's not different when it comes to Solana. Solana is doing good. I mean, like they're good. They're good, actually. Their infrastructure is good, and their team is good, and they're very active. They're developing, updating everything on GitHub and stuff like that, which is amazing. But if you ask me, like, does it really justify $40 billion of market capitalization? Maybe not. Maybe not. Because it still has a long way to go before justifying this type of market capitalization. Definitely not. So I don't know, like probably in this, like in this crypto mania, like what we are seeing now, this new one, it can go up to like even $200 also. It's quite possible. I mean, like it has come up to 140. So 200 is not a far distance from here. So it can definitely make it. But the question is like the downside risk, which is there, which is always there. So you have to think about it, like in case if you are getting into this one, Solana. So that's my take on Solana. It's good, it's great, like it's a very good long-term play. But the question is always about the valuations. Absolutely. So this is something. And Avalanche is also doing a lot of things, and it has not moved so much. I mean, like in the recent times, of course, it moved a lot from, just a few dollars, because I bought Avalanche like on when it got introduced on Binance, like around $10 or something. I bought it, I think. So I'm still holding it, and I will not sell it also. But I think like this has still a long way to go, Avalanche, because they are doing very good, and their founders are like very big experts in blockchain space. They've created something before, they've done it. I mean, like they know what they are doing. So that's why I'm expecting some very big things to happen in Avalanche space. And now, since blockchain is like exploding so much, and we are in a new kind of trend now, like before it was like Uniswap, right? This Uniswap, and then there was like SushiSwap, and now we have like QuickSwap, well, which is based on Polygon chain. So we have QuickSwap, we have we have PancakeSwap, of course, like for Binance Smart Chain. So everybody, whenever a big protocol is coming, they are also coming out with their own decentralized exchanges also. I mean, like at least supporting directly or indirectly. Here, like in QuickSwap, the wonderful thing is like the low max supply, absolutely low, just 1 million, that's it. And circulating is like very, very, very small, 361. It's very, very, very small. They have, of course, like a very huge, market cap. But if really, really QuickSwap and, Polygon chain catches momentum, then we can see this going completely mad. I mean, like we will see it like pumping very, very, very hard. Because compare the market cap of QuickSwap, like which is $219 million, and let's compare that one with PancakeSwap. If we see PancakeSwap, it's $5 billion market cap, right? And PancakeSwap is the biggest DEX for Binance Smart Chain. So if we see PancakeSwap like having $5 billion, of course, PancakeSwap is also into several things. It's not just a DEX, because they do a lot of things also. Now they are also planning for some kind of NFTs and stuff like that. And Bake is into NFTs, but PancakeSwap is also trying something to do in that line, in that field. So that's why I feel if Binance Smart Chain based DEX can have this type of market cap, I think like very fast growing chain like Matic can also influence a little bit on QuickSwap. So definitely this is some space to watch out for going forward. And coming to like DeFi space, I think DeFi is getting hot once again. Absolutely, like there is no second thought about that one. And it will only like keep like growing and growing from here, because now everybody knows what is DeFi and how they can get benefited. They know it very well. The staking, getting APR, APYs, yield farms, all these things, which is also kind of like a passive income category. Because of that, most of them who are just having this type of cryptos before, they were keeping it in their exchange account or wallets or something, but now they have a use case for that one. They can do something else with that also. So for that reason, I think like DeFi's will be back, and they will have like very huge TVLs this time. Already like if we see like this website where you can DeFi Pulse. If we go to DeFi Pulse, we can see like how much money is locked in DeFi as of now, which is like $82 billion. We reached like here, and then it's a little bit of crash, but these things keeps happening. It's not a big deal. So Aave protocol is having the highest dominance of 18%. And you can see like even DeFi Pulse here, like index, what is going on, which is slightly negative today, but that's fine. That's totally fine. Aave is still ruling, and what we are seeing is like a very steady growth here. It's a very, 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 very steady growth. That's why if you see 1 year, like look at this growth. Like last year, it was $17 billion at this time. And today we are talking about $82 billion. So it has gone 4x from here. And in this list, this curve finance is something like which I have always been talking about. And I feel even now, it's a very, very, very undervalued, and DeFi project. Because if you see this curve finance here, see, like if you see curve finance, the market cap is not even $1 billion, right? It's not even $1 billion. It's a little bit less than $1 billion. But if you see like their TVL, which is total value locked, it's like $12 billion. So they are having, understand this, they're having a TVL of 12 times their market cap, which is very, very, very attractive for me. Because if you see, for example, Uniswap is having a locked value of $7 billion. But if you see Uniswap here, their market cap is like $15 billion. So $15 billion of market cap for, $7 billion of value locked, total value locked in their protocol. So that there is huge differences here. There is huge differences. So in that way, actually, a curve can easily do 10x from here. So just by this type of analysis, because normally that is the very valid analysis, because even if you see CoinGecko or even CoinMarketCap, they're making this one total value locked, fully diluted valuation TVL ratio, market cap to TVL ratio. See, this is very, very important. And even Aave, for example, if we see Aave, it's like having $5 billion of market cap when they are the leaders, actually having $17 billion in total value locked. So this is something which is very, very, very interesting. Compound is also good, very good. I don't know, I have never researched these things. Yearn Finance is, again, it's very good. Balancer is very good. Synthetics is very good. I think Synthetics will have a good time in this rallies, especially what we are seeing now. Banker is good. Alpha is very good. See, like you are seeing QuickSwap, even here also, QuickSwap. QuickSwap is also having almost $1 billion of total value locked. But one thing, if you observe, Aave is multi-chain, and they're on Polygon also. And InstaDApp is Ethereum. Curve is also polychain, like because they are also on Polygon. And if you see everything else, all the other protocols, they're Ethereum based. And only QuickSwap is purely Polygon based. And again, if you see like all other protocols here, like Badger DAO or Nexus Mutual or like anything else, like Harvest Finance, DYDX, everything is based on Ethereum. So it's either based on Ethereum or based on Polygon. So this is something, like why I like Ethereum so much. Like you can build so many things on that, and so many things have already been built on their protocol. So I'm very bullish on this DeFi space just because of this one. Like it's growing very, very, very fast, and it will keep growing like this. So that's why keep an eye on DeFi space. And when it comes to like another thing, like what is doing very good is, of course, NFT space. NFT has become something which cannot be rejected so easily now, because you can call it as a mania, you can call it as a euphoria, you can call it as anything. Most of the times, like it doesn't make sense at all, like what they are doing and how, like some kind of ugly looking cyberpunk kind of JPEGs getting sold for 800 ETH, 600 ETH. It doesn't make sense at all. It absolutely doesn't make sense. But today I can tell you something like how you can invest in what is that, NFTs, and what should be the criteria for you to select NFTs. Because I was making some research today why some NFTs are priced so much. And if you are investing not in not in Axie Infinity, I mean, like, you're not investing in a coin or a token which is having some kind of NFT business or NFT kind of project, but I'm speaking with the real NFT investment. It's something like investing in arts, something like investing in Mona Lisa painting, or investing in something which is an asset. Anything, it can be anything, antique or anything it can be. So 4 things are very important in NFT. This is what I have observed actually after my research. This was my conclusion. First thing, what you need to see is like whether a category of NFT is the first one or something has existed before like this. For example, what I mean to say is, imagine Jack Dorsey, the Twitter CEO. He actually made an NFT out of his first tweet, right? Today, he's a very big name in the industry, and everybody knows who is Jack Dorsey. And that's why that was the first one. And why everybody likes Bitcoin, it's a store of value and everything. Okay, these things we know already, these things, like it's decentralized, and let's not get into that argument. But why Bitcoin is given so much of importance, but not any other coin? Because it was also the first one, right? It was also the first one. Before Bitcoin, there was no cryptocurrencies which was trading. Bitcoin was the first one. So that first thing is always very important. Imagine like tomorrow, Electronic Arts, which is a gaming company, comes out with an NFT of a unique game which never existed before. I mean, like, this type of NFT never existed before. So it becomes the first one. So that first one always has some kind of premium, and that will always have some kind of value, irrespective of what it is. So in the entertainment industry, this is very, very important. Second thing is about the utility. I mean, like, if you can just invest and keep it with you, like Mona Lisa painting, for example, just like that. Yeah, you have a painting which has a value because of it's old. It was a very famous painter. It's a very famous artwork or whatever it might be. So that's it. Actually, what you can do is nothing. Literally, you can hang on your wall. You can boast it, like you have this one and it's a very big thing, and you can share and discuss with your friends and family or whatever it is, but you can't really get anything out of it. If you have to get it, you have to sell it to somebody else to get the cash. And if you sell it for more money, you make profits. If you sell it for same money, nothing, absolutely. But still, your money was stored in that form of the art. But there is no extra utility which is coming. So imagine now BCUBE is thinking about creating NFTs for different purposes, right? It's not just about making NFT for the sake of making it. We will be making some kind of NFTs, very rare NFTs. And if you have that, you will be getting access to certain kind of bots, which will be only used by BCUBE team and BCUBE employees. So these kind of algorithms will not be available publicly. But there is a chance, there is a way for you to get into it, provided you get that kind of very rare NFTs, just for example. Or you can get some kind of like a secret chat box entry using this NFTs, where we discuss about so many other things which is not possible in the public chat. Or we can do so many kind of use cases. So you are not just buying these NFTs because they're rare and they're unique and you can use that in the ecosystem. And tomorrow when BCUBE becomes a very big company, like a unicorn and much bigger than that, that will have a lot more value than what you had before becoming that. So there should be a use case behind it. Then you can also say that, like, okay, I bought this NFT because it's rare. But not just because it's rare, I bought this one for. I also bought this because it will also give me access to several other products, which was not possible otherwise. It will give, access to so many other kind of chats on Discord chats, some kind of private chats, whatever it is. So I'm getting some more benefits. So this type of utility is very, very, very important. So something should be first and unique. And second thing should be, it should have a use case, because without use case, no NFTs, no tokens will ever survive. That is 100% sure. So the third one is like, it should be very unique and rare, as I said. It should be very unique and rare, because if the same type of NFTs are printed 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, so what? What you have is the same. What I have also, you bought it first, but I all bought it last. So it was not really rare then. If there are like million people ready to buy it, and if there are only 10 such thing, which is absolutely unique, then yes, that will have a value. But if it is something like, okay, you can keep paying for it, but somebody keeps making it for you, then there is no value for it at all. Imagine like the famous paintings of Michelangelo or Leonardo da Vinci or anybody like that, who are very big artists. Leonardo da Vinci starts to make the same kind of paintings, same kind of absolute paintings, like 100 things. And he will not tell you like which was the first one that he did, right? Then there are 100 people, then absolutely, he's not in a negotiation stage. He cannot negotiate really. Because it's the same. So there is nothing special about that one. But if he is having only one piece, which is looking like that, or just two pieces, which is looking like that, then that will have a lot of value. So that kind of like uniqueness and being very rare gives a lot of edge in selling an NFT. And last one, which is also important that I have seen so far in the NFT space, was about the history of the people who had these NFTs. Okay, so imagine like just before you bought NFT, maybe a big celebrity had it before. Maybe, for example, Tom Cruise had it, or Brad Pitt had it, or maybe like, a big sportsman had it, like, a Nadal or anybody like that. So if these people had that before, that NFT, and that was transferred to you, so people will always see it kind of a luxury thing, because it was with some celebrity before, so it has a value for it. That, and because he was promoting that one. It's like how, celebrities will auction off their clothes at an auction. It can be a very simple jacket, but it can easily go for like $200,000, $300,000, just because it was before used by a very famous celebrity. So these are the 4 points that you need to keep in mind before buying any kind of NFTs. It will be profitable. I'm not saying like it's not profitable, because I know many people actually in our community, also even outside. And a few days ago, when I was at one of the startup events, like where people were discussing a lot about NFTs, because many companies are making NFTs. So they were actually, all the discussions were revolving around this particular topic. I mean, like, why NFTs, and which NFT, and why that particular one. And my conclusion was this one, based on this discussion, that it should be the first one in that series at least. Not just the first one, like it should have a utility use case for that. And just having utility is also not enough. It should be a little bit rare or unique. Even that is also important. And it should also have kind of like good history of at least like few strong hands behind it. If it has all these things, then it's a kind of like multi-million-dollar kind of a NFT, which can have a very good value even in the future also. Such kind of NFTs will not lose their value. Absolutely not. So they can always gain the value. So that's why NFT space is so much heating up, and it will heat up more and more. I mean, really, it will heat up more and more. One of our favorite coins, TVK, they make like this type of art, which I would like to show to you. See, like if you see here, they have collections. And they have something like, Dynamite Common Collection, Rojo Orchestra Collection. So something like they have like quite unique collection, but these are like rewards. left, like King Kong. Like we all know this movie. It's a very famous Hollywood movie. You see like Godfather collection, gold collection. So yeah, something should be rare. You see like all these things are because there is no rewards left here. So you cannot like collect now this have this collection. So it will be with somebody else. It's like you should see this one like a stamp collection, because my one of my biggest hobby was stamp collection when I was very small. Even now I have some stamps, which is mint stamps from so many countries. And these stamps cost a lot of money. If I actually try to auction these stamps, what I have, like I will get hundreds and thousands of dollars. Because even those times when I was buying it, it was lots and lots of money. One single Victoria stamp costed almost like $5,000, like just many years ago. It was like one of my very good collection. And today I don't know how much it will cost. So I see NFT something similar to that one, something similar to that. If you have like a unique or rare access, for example, if there is a very big artist, and if he's giving you access to speak to him or listen to his voice while he's recording, or like some kind of unique concert, it gives a kind of like very premium feeling to you. And that is why I feel like this is the way to select a good NFT to also grow your wealth as an investment in the NFTs itself, and not just about the platform or anything like that. So this is how like you can possibly look at it also. So this is about NFT space, and this is about DeFi space, and this is what I'm thinking also about that. So if you have any questions, you can ask me for another 5 to 6 minutes, and then I will have to wind up and have to go for another meeting. You can write in the chat and I will respond to you.
Hey, Guru. I just put a message in the chat, but I'll ask you direct. So there's a lot of talk about ADA, what's going on now, and do you think it's easy for DeFi platforms or a lot of those other tools to then easily connect to the ADA platform? So, ADA will basically pick up some of that, what you showed us was mostly Ethereum right now.
You mean like something like DeFi on Cardano?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sorry, that's right. Yeah, on Cardano. Now, as they get into smart contracts and develop a system to build these apps onto, like, do you think it's going to be easy to transition the old ones over, or do you think it's just we're waiting for new ones?
I think they are actually currently thinking about it, because there is a particular name for that. Because I'm very active on Ethereum space. I have not made so much in-depth research about ADA. I mean, like more on the technical side, I have not touched it yet, but they are actually thinking of making a kind of bridge where, like Ethereum can also work on Cardano. So probably if they can really pull off what they're claiming, because until it comes really, we cannot comment on it. Because, quite recently I was speaking to one of the very eminent people in blockchain space, and he was among the first employees of Ethereum Foundation. So they were also like pushing on GitHub several depositories initially. And he was confirming what I have as a kind of fear within myself, that there is no such blockchain right now, like Polygon or anybody, who are having that much of load like the way it is on Ethereum as of now. So we don't know if the same type of load or even half of that load comes on Cardano, it will be even going to sustain it. Or what is going to happen with the transaction speed and everything, we don't know. And their smart contract is currently only on testnet. So it's not really on the mainnet. So we have to wait for all these things to happen, because for launching a DeFi or like NFTs or anything on any kind of blockchain, we need to see that how it works in the real world scenario. Not just on the paper, but really we need to see it on mainnet. Because on testnet and mainnet is two different things. We tested many things about our DEX trading bot on testnet. We don't see like much of an issue there. But actually, when we are testing it in like a real mainnet, like we see a lot of different things happening there. So testnet is not something conclusive to me. I will still wait for some more time to give my opinion on Cardano. I think probably they have built something good, or probably it's not so much good like what they are saying. We don't know for that one. So let's wait for some more time so that they launch their smart contracts first. And if they are going on fine, then probably we will be able to see like whether it can be a very good competitor for Ethereum or not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard about the bridge. I kind of was under the impression there's still a kind of a dependence on doing transactions somehow through Ethereum as long as there's a bridge. And so whatever the costs and the delays with Ethereum, we still can't escape them. It sounds like.
Yeah, but like let's like believe in some kind of miracle. And let's see like what's going to happen. Look, we are waiting for Ethereum 2.0. Even that is a kind of miracle already.
True. Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Cheers. Thanks.
You're welcome. Any news or forecast for SLP token? It seems like someone is already logged in SLP token. I think as long as this blockchain and crypto, I mean like blockchain, gaming, and NFTs all together, and they have even a bit of any of these things together, I think we will see a very good rally in this one. So SLP is one among that. SLP, Axie Infinity tokens, or whatever it is, it belongs to the same ecosystem. So I don't know. I cannot really give you a forecast on that one, but all I can say is that it's positive. It's definitely positive. It can still move up a lot. This is what I feel, because the boom is like just coming up now. This gaming on blockchain is very, very, very new. It's absolutely new. So when something is new, there is a lot of things to happen, and there is a lot of room for the growth. So definitely I'm positive on that. Hi Guru, very excited to be watching this phase of BCUBE's development. Is there any news on BNB and XRP scalp future bots? Well, we have already shared with you all the backtesting results. Now the live testing is going on with us. We are testing it like whether the signal generation is fine, whether it's opening the signals perfectly, and if it's opening in time, whether there is any kind of delay in that one. And there are other kind of testing also to see it in paper trading for some time. So we are just testing it as of now, but soon it will be on the website in the coming soon section. So as of now, it's performing good. I mean, like we are not seeing any issue. We are not finding any issues, but they will be there, the scalp bots for XRP and BNB very soon. Thank you for you guys. Great work. Sorry, I was late to the meeting, so not sure this was asked before. How many BCUBE tokens do I need to stake for 1, 2, 3x free bots? Well, the exact number of bots we have not decided yet. So we will be deciding it probably in the next week, just few days before when you will be staking the tokens on our smart contract. We will let you know as soon as possible, because even we have to calculate it, like which day should be the cutoff day or something like that. We will let you know very, very, very soon about that one. Exact how many tokens you need to stake for getting the free bots. We will let you know about it. Any estimation on when are you going to start working on the decentralized VC? How is it going to work? Access only for BCUBE token holders, minimum tiers. What do you envision would be minimum and maximum amounts? I already answered this question during the beginning of the session, that I want to work on one thing at a time. And currently the focus is totally on the centralized exchange bots. So I want to totally focus on that right now. And after launching the bots, I would like to see for some more time how it's working properly, or how it's working and what's going on. And if some optimization is needed, like I have to speak to, our quant team to optimize it. And there will be several other things that I need to make sure that if everything is working or not. And I am a kind of person where I'm involved in every single small details of the activity that's going on within the company, because I want to make sure that like we ship the right things and everything is working as we expect it to. So that's why let me just focus on this staking part first. And once this is fine, and after 1 month or something after the staking is launched, I mean like October 15th or something, then I'm sure like, okay, it's going on fine. And then, developers can take care of it. And I will move to this decentralized VC part. The markets are good. There are some opportunities which is coming, but still something I always feel is missing in any particular project. So I still need to find that good project where I'm confident to put my own money first and then ask everybody to put also. So access will be only for people who will be having BCUBE tokens. That is for sure. It will not be for anybody else. It will be only for people who will be having BCUBE tokens. Those who are having like tier 5, they will have 100% sure allocation. And let me say like tier 4 also will have like very high allocation. But tier 1 guys also will get something. Definitely they will get something. So anybody who is holding BCUBE tokens, only they can participate in it. Minimum and maximum amounts, well, it depends on what type of allocations we get for the project. If any particular project is making like a $500,000 for us, like, well, minimum can be even $1,000, maximum can be even like $20,000. It depends on how many people are staking, how many people are there, how many wallets are there. We need to divide this amount with so many people. So lots of things are involved. So I cannot really exactly say what will be the minimum and maximum amounts. But what depends is like how much tokens we are getting from a particular project. This is point number 1. Point number 2 is like how many wallets are there in different kind of tiers. That is point number 2. Based on it, like we will be able to make it. Would the staking contract be available a couple of days before launching Freebird so that we have time to stake the tokens when the gas price is low? That's a good question, actually. Well, actually, we will think about it. It's a good question, actually. Yes, we will think about it. 1 to 2 days before, it should be totally possible. I will speak with my development team and I will let you know as soon as possible. Hi Guru, have you heard about Loot project recently? I heard it's about NFT minting related. Do you think this kind of stuff is something we should get into or just stay away from it due to security issues? Well, like the projects that I get into should be of very high quality. I mean, like it should have a very strong fundamental background and they should be doing something which is groundbreaking. Otherwise, it's not worth to invest at all. And when you're speaking about the NFT minting kind of a project, like as you also mentioned at the end, like it's about the security issue, of course. And a lot of things are involved because these things can be hacked or we don't know how secure they are. There are few already who are very good, like this OpenSea and place like that, which is very well known also, where you can mint them. So I don't know, but definitely I can have a look at it later on. Can you please discuss flow chain? I don't know this project. Sorry. Fair enough. Read on the project steps. Will new 2FA login methods like OTA or Google Authenticator be implemented on the new website? Because text verification is not secure at all due to SIM card cloning. Well, SIM card cloning can happen, but it's not so common also that we don't see it happening every day or something. But definitely there is Google Authenticator thing in our mind. It's definitely there in the roadmap. Probably by end of this year or something, we will be having this type of implementation because we are also working on the new website very, very soon. As I said, like we are not able to find good developers actually, because we are making many interviews. They look absolutely like a tiger on the paper, very strong fundamentals, everything on the paper. But really, when it comes to the quality of the coding or something, it's really very bad. So then we will always decide like, no, we don't want this particular candidate. So once we have it, like we will start to implement all these things. So definitely Google Authenticator will be there for sure. When BCUBE reaches $5, everyone will be in 5 tier. Or are you thinking about new tier levels? Well, like let me say, like I know for sure BCUBE will not just be at $5, but it will definitely go to $100. That is something which I have the least doubt about in my entire life. Maybe I have doubts about many other things in my life, but not about $100. Having said that, I'm definitely thinking about different kind of tiers, because when I was actually penning this tier levels myself during the white paper phase, I was always thinking like one day it will go there. So what will happen then? Everybody will be on the tier 5. Yes. But let me say, like, there will be some other kind of access which will be possible for people who will be having more number of tokens or something. Because as I said, like, our vision is to become a hedge fund. We will always have products for B2C, definitely. And we will always have products for B2B also, institutions, funds, portfolio managers, etc., etc. So, but some of the things, if we have to give access to other people also, then they have to meet certain criteria. So a level 5 will not just be about that one, but we will also take several things into consideration, like loyalty for being, like with BCUBE for a long time, and how much a person has contributed towards it, how many chats they have made so far. So everything will be taken into consideration, because if we have gone to $5 or $10, it's not just because of the team, right? It's because of you people also. Many people might have shilled somewhere and they have invested their time. Like, look, how many people, like KD was making very funny, what is that, like memes and videos and everything, like, and they have a lot of impact. They have a lot of impact. And yesterday, I don't know, EFK Son or somebody, like he's from Poland. I know, probably he's here. He made like this keep cool and buy BCUBE, like all these things is about investment of your time. And these things will not go unnoticed at BCUBE. You might be thinking, actually, we are not watching. We are absolutely watching every single thing. And when there is a question on the main chat, like I know Fruji or Gabriel, they just rush there, and even like Crypto Flower and all the people like who are there in the community, they go there, they clarify there, and they try to, like answer and give more information. All these things will never, ever go unnoticed. Definitely. So all these things will be rewarded in certain way. So if BCUBE just goes to $10, it doesn't mean like we had an excellent product, we had an excellent game or something like that, but it also depends on how people supported us and how we went. So that will also be rewarded there at that point of time, that we will not forget anything, right? So there'll be some kind of special things for these people, like who have helped us in that stage. And we will be creating new kind of tiers or something like that, which will give them access to different type of strategies that we will have. What do you think of the position of Christine Lagarde concerning his last talk about stable coins? So first she became his, and then she became her. Okay, that's great. Well, I look, personally speaking, I think she's very smart person. She's very good person because she's very forward thinking. I think she understands Bitcoin very, very well. She understands everything, but actually there are two different things. I would like to bring it up today when we are discussing about this one, because it's really important to speak about that. From next year, I mean like January 2022, we will be implementing the complete KYC for all the customers who will be accessing our bots. Complete KYC. Complete KYC means something equivalent to what Binance is doing with everybody, like the facial, impression, or like the image of it, your passport or some ID card or something like that, everything. And without this kind of verification, it will not be able to use any kind of bots starting January 2022, because we'll be becoming a regulated DASP company, and we have to follow the regulations and everything. It will be on par with industry standards. And why I'm telling this one now, because like you guys are absolutely legit. Okay, you earn money, like which is legit, which is coming from your hard-earned work or business or something like that. You pay taxes, you do all these things legally, right? Even me too, the same thing. I declare every single things in my tax papers. I do everything. I follow the law completely. I will never break the law. I follow the system, whatever it is, I do it. But many people can argue, like, oh, these people are corrupt on there like this. Look, that's their karma, right? That's not my karma. My karma is like, I have to do my duty properly. I have to pay my taxes properly. I have to be peaceful. And when I go to sleep, like, I should not think about IRS. Something else, very nice thing should come as a dream. Not this, like IRS people coming with big guns. We don't want that. We don't want that, right? We have to be honest. But there are like thousands of people out there who are having cryptocurrencies, but like where they get money from, you don't know. And how they got that much of money, you don't know. Some of them might be using this money for, terror funding or like human trafficking or whatnot. Who knows these things? So we don't know. The world is not so good like how we think about, right? Just because we are seeing each other's face, it doesn't mean everybody are like that also. There are a lot of people who are doing many wrong things, many bad things there. So that's why there is kind of regulations. And if we comply with these regulations, it's good, so that we help also the investigation agencies to catch those people and to make this world a better place. So that's why we are, like going through all this process. So that's why we have to maintain all these compliances. Our compliance officer will also be there very, very soon. They will be joining the company and they will be taking care of the compliance part. So we will be having like all these sections in the company. And that's why when Christine Lagarde was very happy initially about Bitcoin, it was because she was really touched by the technology, by all these magical things that was happening. But later on, we all know what happened in Paris, like repeated terrorist attacks. And it was proven that money was sent from sensitive countries to France with Bitcoin. And this money was withdrawn from the ATMs of Bitcoin. You see, I'm not saying like other money cannot be used for terror. Of course, like, US dollar can be used for buying drugs also. And that's what people have been doing traditionally. It's not like just with cryptos, like anything can buy you bad things. It's not that you need only cryptos for that. But with cryptos also it happened. And that's why it should be treated and regulated on par with, any other currencies in the world. Because if we are calling it as a currency, then it should be treated as a currency then. Then if you're calling it as something else, then it should be treated as something else. But people want cryptocurrencies to be recognized as a currency or an asset, but they don't want regulation, which is on par with an asset. So you have to understand that one. It's not possible like that. Things don't work like that in the world. And that's why Christine Lagarde, now she's French and she knows like what happened in the world. And this is not good. And if we keep allowing these things to happen, like things can go wrong actually, because we have, absolute privacy coins like Monero, Dash and everything. If a person is honest, really, why he needs to use these kind of things? Really not. Until and unless you are living in a very sensitive country, right? If you're living in North Korea or something like that, where your government is going after you, steals money from you or something, very rogue countries. If you're in a good country, you don't need to do that because nobody comes after you for nothing. Nobody will get will get killed by the government for nothing, unless the country is totally crazy, in which case you can use such things. But if the country is fine, I don't think like you really need such kind of thing. And if people really need it, they have reasons to use that. They have reasons to hide something from you, from the eyes of everybody. That is why Christine Lagarde is saying like, okay, I have my concerns about that. And this has to be regulated, which is fine. Honest man has nothing to fear, right? There is absolutely nothing to fear. So let's be like that. And regulations are not an issue. Honestly, it's not an issue. We are ready to make money. We will pay the tax also. Let's make 500%. Let's pay, like, 20%, 30%, whatever it is. Like in Hungary from next year, it will be 15%, which is very good. 15%, just pay the tax and be happy. That's it. It's not a problem for us. It's not a problem for them. Anyway, we have to do it. Why to do it crying? Let's do it by laughing and doing it. It's like people who have diagnosed with a cancer stage 4, they know they are going to die anytime. Why to cry and do all these things and die? Like anyway, like you're going to die, right? Like just keep laughing and die like that one, like a laughing death. right? Let's celebrate it. So this is how we need to think about it, and we need to change our life point of view sometimes. Things that can change, which is in our control and we can change, let's change it. But things which is not in our control, and we very well know that it cannot be controlled by us, why to prove that like we are an idiot by making all these things and complications to ourselves? Let's be smart. We are smart, so let's behave smart. Let's do it this way. Anyway, so this is why I think she has concerns, which is totally fine, I think. And I don't say anything about Miss Lagarde, because she's very smart person. Not just a market update today, but some good life lesson. Danny. Well, in Hungary, as you may already know, you have to pay an additional 27% VAT on everything you buy, starting from noodles to cars, regardless of much taxes you have paid. Does not seem too fair at all. Absolutely, you know, because I live in Hungary also, I know that VAT is the highest in Hungary when you compare with any other European Union countries. It's the highest here, 27%. And once Albert Einstein said like he doesn't really understand the concept of income tax. Maybe he was right, but you know that's how it is, and we cannot do anything about that one. We live here, we have to. Anyway, guys, like I think we have come to an end. It was great talking to you all. Amazing as always. And staking is coming very soon, so let's eat some steak and get ready for the staking. So that's how I see it. And let's take BCUBE to $100. Like slowly it is coming up. Now let's take it to $1 first. $1 first. We will make all the arrangements, all the marketing things and influencers and like everywhere. We will be blowing it from every single place that is possible. And we will all be having space suit. That is absolutely mandatory, because without space suit, please don't buy any BCUBE tokens, because you need to have a space suit. And if you don't have it, please don't buy it, right? You buy a space suit, buy BCUBE tokens. Let's take it to $1 first, $1 to $5 next, 5 to 10, 10 to 100. And that is definitely going to happen, because we will get at least half the people who are on 3 commas, Crypto Hopper, and all those lost souls in the world, who can get like the best quality bots, completely automatic, completely hands-off approach, and the best performing one, like in any kind of market. And we will keep making it, keep bringing new things, keep optimizing the existing strategies, keep bringing the new strategies with new approaches, machine learning, reinforcement learning, artificial neural networks, everything. We will build that one. So together we will build this company, and together we will realize all the dreams that you have seen in your life and what I have seen in my life. Like I will speak some other day, like what is my vision and what I would like to do in the life in the future going forward, apart from BCUBE things. I'll keep the discussion another day, but we will all realize our dreams. That's what I'm saying. Because maybe you missed Bitcoin, maybe you missed Ethereum, but please don't miss this one. Because if you miss this, probably you will not get another opportunity. Life is full of opportunity, but we keep saying that and we keep missing everything, right? It's kind of like a wrecked mindset. So from wrecked mindset, let's get a millionaire mindset. Let's invest. Let's, like make tons of money in the bots also, in the BCUBE also. Having said that, I wish you a very great evening, Saturday evening. Go enjoy, have a coffee, have a beer or whatever it is, and take care of yourself. And we will all see once again very soon. We are also planning for Paris meetup, which can happen by end of this month or early October, when I will be myself in France, because I will be in France like next week, but it will be a very short trip of 2 days, but I will be coming back. After that, I will be there. I mean, like in Paris, like we will be making a meetup there. I would love to see as many people as possible there. All you people like whom I'm seeing in the virtual world. Of course, like there are a few here whom I've seen in real world also, but I would love to see you all. If possible, like please come to Paris. We will let you know. It can be possibly by last week of September or first week or second week of October. Definitely it's going to happen. Take care, guys. Take care, BCUBians. Let's make it great together and let's take it to 100. We have started the journey now at 30 cents. Let's go to 100. The journey is big. We will make it by. Okay. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. Let's make it.